Do you know what? I'm sitting there, I'm standing there thinking to myself, what am I going to call this video? I don't even know what I'm going to call it. But anyway, it's Robert, an ambassador for Christ, and as you know, where I go, the kingdom goes. Remember, like, subscribe, share, and remember, eat the fish, as usual, eat the fish, spit out the bones. Some things you may agree with, some things you may not. Because I watch YouTube videos as well, and some things I agree with and some things I don't. So eat the goodness, spit out the rubbish, all right? I'm going to speak to you today about what is doctrines, or what actually is the secret behind doctrines of devil, seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, or the truth about seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, unheard of truth. I'm going to do an expose. I'm going to come up with a nice title to this video. But anyway, something about doctrines of devils and seducing spirits. Now, I was reading the other day. You know, I was reading. It says in Timothy 4:1, it says, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Now, we know that we are in the last days. We're in the end days. We was in the end days from 2,000 years ago. Okay, according to the I think it's John. John said that we're in the end days from back then. So things are going crazy. Things are like all going. I don't know, it's all going just bonkers, all right? But I want to go on to about this seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, because I think sometimes we've got it all wrong. Seducing spirits. What is a seducing spirit? A seducing spirit, you know what, the Bible says that, it says that some shall depart from the faith and take heed to seducing spirits. Now, a seducing spirit is something that is an evil spirit that seduces you away from God, to go and do evil, to go and commit sin, and to commit wickedness, all right? And a doctrine of devils, this is quite powerful. A doctrine of a devil is anything that goes against, that teaches that Christ died on the cross. Anybody or anything that says that Christ didn't die on the cross, that is a doctrine of a devil, all right? I'll give you an example. Muslims don't believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross. They say that he was a prophet and he was a good man, but they say that Allah took him off the cross and put Judas there, I think. That's a doctrine of a devil, because they don't believe that Christ, remember, anything that goes against, that teaches that Christ didn't die on the cross, or Christ, or God, or Christ didn't come in the flesh, is an antichrist. That's what John said. If we go into things like the Jehovah's Witnesses, they believe that the Archangel Michael is Jesus Christ, and the angel died on the cross. That's a doctrine of a devil, because it's coming against the teaching of the cross. That is the main thing, the teaching of the cross. Then you've got like Mormons. I don't even say anything about them. That's just pure madness. Do you get what I'm saying? So anything, see, the thing is, where we get it twisted, we think that Creflo Dollar and TD Jakes is teaching doctrines of devils because they talk about money, or they talk about prosperity, or they talk about how to live your life better. That's not a doctrine of a devil. That's a doctrine. That's a teaching that you don't agree with, or that's a teaching that doesn't sit with you. It doesn't make it a doctrine of the devil, and it doesn't make them a false prophet either. Those teachings don't sit with you. Remember, a doctrine of a devil is anything that teaches that Jesus Christ didn't die on the cross. I'll give you another example. Hebrew Israelites. Woo! Hebrew Israelites, okay? I speak to some of them. One of them's my friend, yeah? And they don't believe that, they believe that Jesus Christ was a normal human being. That he was not God in the flesh. He was not the only begotten Son. He was not, they don't believe that anything was different about him. They believe that he was a normal man. They believe that he was Joseph's son. So if he was Joseph's son, that means he was born into sin, because Joseph's going to have sin, and the sin's going to the sin transfers through the male. Okay, so everyone's born into sin. So if Jesus Christ was born from, if Joseph was Jesus Christ's father, okay, then Jesus Christ would be born in the flesh. So he'd be born into sin. And if he's born into sin, then he won't be the perfect sacrifice. So they believe that. They believe that he's just a normal man. So that's a doctrine of a devil. Anything that teaches that Christ didn't die on the cross, okay, or Christ is, Jesus Christ is not God. Jesus Christ didn't die on the cross for our sins. That's a doctrine of the devil. All right, that's a devil's doctrine. It's back to the seducing spirits. Seducing spirits start to they infiltrate the church with teachings, or seductive teachings, where Christians will take parts of the Bible that agree with them, and the other parts that they don't like, they throw it aside. So they take the salvation, the good stuff, and all the bad stuff, the judgment stuff, they throw away. You know what I mean? For example, I know there's loads of Christians that are living in sin, fornication. They've got their girlfriend 4 years, the girl's pregnant, and they say, oh, you know, God still loves me, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. Obviously, they say, oh, I love God. It's like, hold on. You say you love God, you're living like this, it doesn't add up. Do you know what I'm saying? Same with homosexuality. You have homosexuals that say, oh, you know, I love God still, but you're still living as a homosexual openly. Do you know what I'm saying? Something's wrong there. Something does not add, and they start to take scriptures out so it can justify what they're doing. Seducing spirit, seducing you to do evil. Do you get what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong. If you're a fornicator, living in fornication now, you've got a girlfriend and children and all that stuff there, yeah? It's a different conversation. Do you know what I'm saying? You just go before God to give you just go and marry that woman or marry that man. That's what you need to do. But what I find out is a lot of people, they come to Christ and with their sin, and they don't change. They stay that way. They come to church as a homosexual. God receives you as a homosexual. He gives you his spirit. But if you stay like that and there's no change, then something's wrong. Now don't get me wrong, okay, this is another thing as well. If you're struggling with homosexuality, you're struggling with fornication, you're struggling with all these types of sins, you're struggling. So in other words, you go before the Lord, Lord, I pray, Lord, you'll forgive me, and you fall. And you get back up, Lord, please forgive me, help me to get stronger, and you fall. If it's like that, you know, it's a bit different because you understand where you're going wrong and you're going before the Lord for strength and help. But other people, they know they're doing wrong and they don't really care. And they're carrying on in the Christian life. And this is where we're getting so much confusion and mess. Because I'm rambling, I better stop. There was something I was going to say, but I'll figure that for another video. So that is what a doctrine of devils and seducing spirits, what they really are. Okay, so don't get them twisted, because you start blaming people that are innocent and you're getting the whole thing wrong. It's Robert, an ambassador for Christ. And as you know, where I go to Kingdom, guys. Remember, like, subscribe, share. I shall see you guys in the next video. I hope that helps somebody.